The SR-71 Blackbird, developed by Lockheed Martin's Skunk Works division under the leadership of Clarence Kelly Johnson, stands as one of the most profound technological achievements in United States history, both in aerospace and national defense. Designed in the early 1960s, in response to increasing threats from adversarial nations, particularly the Soviet Union, the SR-71 was the ultimate answer to the challenge of gathering critical intelligence without risking pilot lives or escalating tensions through direct conflict. Created in secrecy and built using materials and methods that were pioneering even by today's standards, the Blackbird flew faster, higher, and with greater stealth capabilities than any aircraft before or since in its category. It remains unmatched by any other nation in terms of speed and altitude for an air-breathing manned jet aircraft, reaching sustained speeds over Mach 3.3 more than 2,200 miles per hour, and altitudes of 85,000 feet, effectively placing it beyond the reach of every known surface-to-air missile system of its era. At a time when the U-2 spy plane had been shot down by Soviet missiles, causing major international incidents and putting American pilots in peril, the SR-71 was an urgent innovation to overcome global surveillance limitations. It was constructed using over 90% titanium, a material difficult to work with but essential due to the intense heat generated at high Mach speeds. Much of this titanium had to be secretly sourced from the Soviet Union itself, an ironic twist that underscored the strategic ingenuity of American engineers and intelligence services. The aircraft's skin would heat up to over 600 degrees Fahrenheit in flight, often expanding several inches due to thermal stress. The SR-71's engines, the Pratt & Whitney J58s, were a marvel of hybrid design, effectively becoming ramjets at cruising speed, allowing it to outrun not only missiles but also time-sensitive threats. Unlike any other aircraft, the SR-71 was so fast that if it detected a missile launch, the official evasive procedure was simply to accelerate. During its operational life, the SR-71 conducted missions across global hot zones, from North Korea to Vietnam to the Middle East, providing unmatched reconnaissance data. It collected vital imagery and electronic intelligence that often directly influenced U.S. policy and military strategy without the need for armed confrontation. Its cameras could capture images from 80,000 feet that could identify objects as small as 6 inches across, and it could map 100,000 square miles of terrain in a single hour. The SR-71 also played a critical role in supporting arms control verification during the détente period and later helped monitor Soviet activities during the late stages of the Cold War and in conflicts such as the Yom Kippur War and the Iran-Iraq War. It also provided real-time support to U.S. forces during operations like El Dorado Canyon in Libya. Even late in its career, during the 1980s and 1990s, it proved essential in surveilling nuclear and missile developments in nations such as North Korea and Iraq. No SR-71 was ever lost to enemy fire throughout its decades of service, a testament to its unmatched performance and strategic value. Its missions were often classified and only partially declassified decades later, but what is known confirms its vital role in keeping the U.S. informed, agile, and ahead of adversaries. Its deterrent value was enormous. Foreign powers knew the SR-71 could be over their territory before they could react, and that the United States possessed an asymmetric advantage in intelligence gathering that no countermeasure could nullify. It was an icon not just of flight, but of American determination to maintain peace. Through strength and superior technology, even when satellites became more prominent in reconnaissance, they could not replicate the flexibility or responsiveness of the SR-71. Satellites followed predictable orbits. The SR-71 could be directed in real time to emerging flashpoints. Though officially retired in 1998 after a final run with the U.S. Air Force and briefly with NASA, the SR-71 remains unparalleled in many of its capabilities. In fact, despite its retirement, no other aircraft, American or foreign, has equaled the operational altitude, sustained speed, and tactical flexibility of the Blackbird. There have been various reports, especially in the 2010s and 2020s, of potential successors such as the rumored SR-72, but nothing publicly acknowledged matches the real-world performance that the SR-71 demonstrated. As of the most recent updates available in 2025, the United States continues to lead in high-speed reconnaissance and hypersonic research, with projects like the X-37B, DARPA's hypersonic weapons programs, and advanced space-based surveillance platforms, but the legend and impact of the SR-71 still loom large in both public imagination and strategic doctrine. Even today, With all the advances in stealth aircraft, orbital reconnaissance, and AI-assisted surveillance, the SR-71 remains a benchmark, a machine built by American hands that proved human ingenuity, when fueled by freedom and necessity, could create technology decades ahead of its time. Its existence discouraged enemy aggression not by force, but by forewarning. The Blackbird's very presence in the skies meant that the United States was watching, informed, and ready, a silent guardian that served peace by flying above conflict, literally and figuratively. It didn't need weapons, its defense was its speed, its mission was intelligence, and its legacy is secure as one of the most effective non-combat strategic assets ever deployed by any nation in history.